All right, so finally, I just wanted to go over a few personal things that I always make sure are in my bag on any international trip, specifically to Cuba. Quite possibly the most important thing, I keep a copy of my passport and a Ziploc bag in the bottom of my check luggage. I have another copy in my rod bag, and I'll even keep a copy of it in my boat bag on a daily basis. If your passport disappears, it can be a real hassle. Having a copy of it will help the process of obtaining a new one tremendously. So, multiple copies of your passport in multiple cases, Ziploc bag, just make sure that it's safe. I also travel with a small boat bag first aid kit. This includes a headlamp. I've got some Benadryl, some butterfly closures, some real basic first aid stuff. But if I end up with an accident or my guide has an accident on the boat, I can manage with at least initial first aid. I also always travel with a big first aid kit. You're really remote in a place like Cuba, and having first aid kits and having everything that you need in the case that there's something serious can really make a huge difference for everybody involved. In my boat bag as well on a daily basis, I will pack some afterbite and some basic insect repellent in the case that the bugs are pretty bad in the inside of the mangroves. They usually are. Kleenex, handy not only for noses, and this is important to have in your bag as well while traveling. Most bathrooms traveling to and from your destination don't have toilet paper, so better bring yours with. Finally, I have this random kit which has everything from, zip ties to a little tiny flashlight to tape to a small screwdriver kit, crazy glue. If something breaks on a trip, I want to be able to have the opportunity and the ability to be able to fix it or have enough materials to try to figure out how to make it work. So this has got a little bit of everything. Typically stays in my big packed bag. I'm not going to bring it on the boat every day with me, but having a variety of things that might fix a reel, for example, or fix a ferrule on a fly rod, or anything along those lines. I think that it's really critical that you be prepared with just a kit that is a go-to toolbox that can help out in the case that you run into broken gear. So just a few little pro trip tips from my travels, and I hope you find them useful. And let us know if you have any questions. So I just wanted to do a quick overview of the bags that I take when I'm going to Cuba. And these are literally my bags. I will pack my boat bag, my dry boat bag, with usually a laptop, my documents. My sunglasses will go in here for the flight down, and a change of clothes. I'll bring a small package that includes saltwater stuff in the case that this big bag doesn't arrive. I can still go fishing, but this is essentially multi-purpose. It's my carry-on bag, and then it's also my boat bag for the week. I've got my rods and reels, which I carry on the way down. Cuba has this obnoxious rule where you have to check your rods and reels upon departure. So I will always carry them down. So in the case that my checked luggage doesn't make it to me, with this and this, I'm still all set for the week. I can go fishing. I'll put a small selection of flies in here, which is totally fine. TSA allows in domestic and even international flights, TSA will allow you to carry flies on board. So these two are all set. When I fly back out of Cuba, I will actually take my big sled bag, and I'll have to figure out how to pack my rods and reels either in my big bag, or I'll just lock this and check this. These Patagonia roll taco thingies, burrito thingies, these are a great way as well if you want to carry it on the way down. You can strap it to your backpack. Then on the way back out of the country, you can put your rods in the bag, and with a little bit of wiggle room goes in first. Even this will fit in one of these big wheel bags. So on any of the live aboard or land-based programs, you can bring a bag this size. The one warning that I would say is that you want to try to keep it under 50 pounds. I know American Airlines, for example, if you go over 50-pound mark, they will charge you $200 for extra weight. So it's a pretty expensive additional fee if you go overweight. But nonetheless, roller bags are a great option. Rods and reels as a carry-on on the way down, checked on the way out. And your day bag, keeping your sunglasses, your cash, money, camera, cell phone, and a change of clothes all handy and with you on the way down. So now you know exactly all the secrets of how to pack properly and hopefully be set up for success on your next trip. And I do hope that you're able to come to Cuba.